Hello and welcome to another edition of Monday Morning Quarterback. I'm Glenn Caruso, head football coach at University of St. Thomas, and it's great to have you with us. Today we're celebrating a fantastic road win. We went up to Hamline this past Saturday and won 63-10 in front of a great traveling fan base on a beautiful fall day, and really couldn't be happier. We said going in it was a big week for us. Our motto this whole year is, we're going to set our own standards. We're not going to allow an opponent to set the standards that we hold ourselves to. And coming off a very emotional win last week against a good opponent, a very physical game, we were very interested as coaches to see how our guys would come through. We had a tremendous week of practice starting with Tuesday, so they wasted no time at all, and that followed through the game, and we scored early and often. Defense held them pretty well, and it was a fun day overall. Defensively, it was very good to see. We had four guys that had been in new starting roles. We had a couple injuries, and we ended up losing one of our D linemen early in the game, and those guys stepped up tremendously well. We played with some freshmen and sophomores. Great team defense, but the thing that really stuck out was probably the tackling of our secondary. We knew that Hamline was going to come out and throw short passes, and we were okay with letting him catch those passes as long as we were going to make sure that when they caught that ball that they were going to get hit. And Jeffrey Hilliard, Brian Villar, Brady Irvin, Kirk Bagley, and Chris Kopp, those guys did a wonderful job of covering up the ball and covering up and making the tackle as soon as they were breaking on their routes. So not a whole lot of explosive plays on the day. I think as a secondary we only missed one tackle in the pass game, which made us feel very good. And another point of mention is Wyatt Delgado was one of those four guys that stepped into a starting role and ended up playing inside linebacker for us and leading the team in tackles. Offensively, it was a bit of a banner day. We had 68 plays and about 600 yards of offense, 350 rushing, 250 passing. We usually are not too concerned about yardage, but it's not too often that you hit the 600-yard mark. Again, very good games by both Ben Wharton and Colin Tobin as they both continue to go over 100 yards, and I think that makes 13 performances of 100-plus yards by a running back in the last 10 games, and that's probably most attributed to the offensive line unit that's really coming together, playing very tough, very physical, and I would say the unsung heroes of the offense are probably the tight ends. We have five of them. We played all five in the game throughout the entire game yesterday, and they all played very consistently. So in addition to productivity, we have a lot of depth there, and we feel very good about that. Fritz Wolvogel caught 2 touchdown passes from Greg Morse, who was our offensive player of the game. Greg, he threw 2 touchdowns. He threw for 200-something yards, about 70% completion. But what was most impressive to us was that we took 0 sacks, and we had 0 turnovers. So on the year, we're still sitting pretty well in terms of protection, and we hope that continues. On the special teams, our punt block unit finally earned their name. We blocked a punt off the edge. Jeffrey Hilliard came clean, took it right off the punter's foot, and in addition to that, our pressure forced a couple bad snaps, and we tackled the punter twice behind the line of scrimmage. So that was very good to see, and I think we also set a record for 9 PATs in the game, which is the University of St. Thomas record as well. As always in this program, our focus remains to be ahead of us. We always look forward in a very stalwart manner, and hopefully we're able to take the momentum that has been created early and keep that going as we face Gustavus this coming week at home, which should be a tremendous environment as we host Family Weekend. The game's at 1 o'clock, and we hope to see you there.